Western Mass News.
Good evening. Welcome to Western Mass News 11 at 11. I'm Matt Satilli. The sun was out today, a gorgeous Saturday here in Western Mass. For more on what might be in store for tomorrow, we're going to check in with Casey Dorn in a little bit, but we start with the new at 11. Maifest in Springfield back at the Student Prince and the Fort. Western Mass News reporter Olivia Hickey now joins us in studio after checking out the festivities. Olivia.
Matt, today's warm weather was perfect for the celebration of the spring season and the city coming together to enjoy the sunshine, food, and music. The sights and sounds of spring have returned to Fort Street in Springfield.
Maifest is more of a celebration of a new beginning and revival.
Assistant General Manager of Student Prince and the Fort, John Perry, says they look forward to the 87-year-old tradition every year.
It's warming up and it's light out and it's just a great time.
The festivities include food and drink specials and music from the Fort Street Carolers. Perry says people love hearing them sing, and it's a special way to remember the late Andy Yee, a beloved restaurateur in the Springfield area, known for his family's Bean Restaurant Group, which owns Student Prince and the Fort.
Andy loved the carolers and especially the sound of music. When they sing "The Hills Are Alive," we all kind of chuckle and smile in remembrance of him. He loved it.
And with the warm weather making a comeback with outdoor dining, he says there's no better time to support businesses in the city.
Come on down, support Springfield. It's like a lot of activity. We've had a lot of stuff going on, and just come down and support it. It'd be great.
Perry says outdoor dining will make its return for the restaurant around Mother's Day. The celebrations will continue every weekend this month, and the carolers will be singing every Friday and Saturday night. Reporting in studio, Olivia Hickey for Western Mass News.